Hey guys, in this video I'm going to create an amazing looking website with just HTML and CSS. So without wasting the time, let's get started. So as you see the interface of our website, this is a beautiful theme that we will use in this website, or we will create it by just HTML and CSS. The website has a logo and a navigation bar, and underneath we have our hero section which contain an illustration, the title, the paragraph, and an amazing looking button. As we move downward, this section of our website contains features of our website, which contains icon, heading, and paragraph. And further, as we move downwards, we have amazing style of our website. Then we have a card section, which we can say is a testimonials, and in the underneath we have our call to action, and underneath we have a footer. So basically this is a website that we are going to create in this tutorial. So without wasting the time, let's get started. I will go to my index.html, and now I will import my CSS file. Link will be, I think, style.css. Now you will see we have a logo and three nav items in our navigation bar. So let's create it in our body. First of all, we have a header which have a class name of header section, and in this header section we have a nav bar. We have a nav which have a class name of nav bar. This nav bar contains a image which is a logo. So you will get all of these files and images and the same code in the description of this video. I will post a link which will move towards the GitHub repo where I will upload all of the code and all of the images that I'm going to use in this tutorial. So in the images I have a logo. Now we will create a container which will have a class name of nav items. In these nav items we have these three items which are features, themes, sign in. So create these three nav items, which will be a tag, link will be a hash, same page link. So our nav items are features, theme, sign in. So first of all I will write a features. Now copy this one and paste it two more times. The second one is features. First one is feature, second one is theme, and the third one is sign in. I think these are same. Yeah, these are same. So now we have to open it with the live server. Now you will see the design of our website is not looking great. We will not see a logo because the logo color is white and the background of our body is a white. So I will open style guide, and here we have colors. You will get all of these files in the description of this video. I will move these colors to my CSS file. So here we will copy it easily. In a comment I will post all of these links. So first of all we want to remove the default margin of our website, which will be a margin of 0, padding will also be 0, box sizing will be border box. Now we will target the body. In the body we will have a font family of this one, background color of, so we will use a background color for our body. I think so this one, the main background. Copy this one, this color, and this will be our background color. Now you will see this design has changed. So first of all we will target our header section. Header section, let's see the name, class name of, I think it's the header section, same name. So we'll give it a padding of top around, maybe I think let's try 20 pixel, because we want a difference distance between these, our nav bar and the upper part of the container. Now we are going to target nav bar, and we are using a flex box to align our items. Display will be a flex, justify content will be space evenly, align items will be a center, and color will be a white. So let's see how it will affect. Now let's try space around, maybe how it will look. We can try space around. Space around is looking good. So we have to target the links, navbar A. Now the text decoration will be none, because we want to remove this default color and underline. Text decoration will be none, color will be white, margin left will be, let's try 10 pixel. So I hope it will look good. No, it's not looking great. So let's see what's happening here in the nav bar. So basically we have to target nav items, not a nav bar, nav items. So let's change the nav bar into nav items and now save it. Now you will see these are looking great, but we have to reduce our logo size. So in the nav bar we will target the image, nav bar image width will be, let's try 100 pixel. Let's 100 pixel is looking less. Let's try 150 pixel. 150 pixel is looking good. Now we have to target our A tags, which are nav items, and give them a font size of 24 pixel, font weight of 500. Let's see how to look. Now the font size is maybe greater. Let's see, 20 pixel is looking great, and its functionality is cursor pointer. So we will also give a functionality of cursor pointer to our logo. So the first part of our build is done, which is this nav bar. The second part is basically, you will see we want a different color in the background of our header section. So for header section we will use a background color of this one. Copy this color and paste it in the header section. Now, so first of all you have to give a property background color. Now you will see this is the different color behind. So let's move to the next part of our build. Under the nav there is a we have an illustration image, then we have a heading. So give this section a name of section dot hero dash section, because this is a hero section. And we will have an image, then we will have a heading, below heading we will have a paragraph, and then we will have a not a b tag, it will be a button. So the image will be dot slash. In the images folder we will have a, I think we will have a background image. Let's see which is this image. Illustration intro, I think this will be. Now I will copy the heading, which will be all your fault. This will be heading, and I will also copy the paragraph, which is this one, and the text for our button. Now you can pause this video and you can write this text and you can follow along. So in the demo design we will see you will see we want a line break after location. So we will use a br tag for a line break. In HTML basically we use a br tag for line breaks, and in the paragraph we want a line break after location and width. So we will use the same feature of HTML. After br tag, after location and after width. After where is the width? Here. So we will use a br tag here. Now I will save it. Now we will go to our section. As you see, it's this style is looking quite ugly right now. Here you will see. So we will fix it by going into our style file. Let's go to the style file and target this section, hero section dot hero dash section, not double n, only n, and we will use display flex. As you will see, it will align it vertically, but we don't want in a vertical direction. We want we want it in a vertical direction. It has aligned in a horizontal direction. So flex direction will be a column, justify content will be a space. I think space evenly will be good, and we will have a align items will be a center. So now you will see it has aligned beautifully. We just want to target our heading, paragraph and button. So first of all, target the heading, hero section. We will target our heading. We'll give it a font weight of 800, font size of, let's try 40 pixel. Let's see how it will look. Color will be white, and margin bottom will be 15 pixel. Let's see how it will affect. We have to also use text align center. So now you will see it's looking beautiful, but we also want a margin top with our image. Margin bottom has 15 pixel. We will also use margin top of 15 pixel. Now you will see it is looking beautiful right now. Now we have to target this paragraph and this button and style them. So now let's target the button. First of all I will target the paragraph and then button. So our hero section, in the hero section I will target the p tag. So with the p tag we will have a color of white, font weight will be 400, margin bottom will be 15 pixel, and now we have to target the button. First of all let's see how to affect. It has aligned in the left direction, in the left alignment. We want it in the center. Text align, text align will be center. Let's also increase the font weight to 600. How it will look. So now you will see it as looking beautiful. This is a beautiful style looking right now, but we also want to change the style of our button. As you will see the style, we also want to increase the line height of our heading. So first of all let's increase the line height for our heading. So here I will use line height will be 1.2. Now it's looking good. So for BTN we want this blue color as our background and a white color for the text. So let's give a padding. First of all I will change the background color. Background color is we are using this one, this blue color. Let's see how it will look. So it's not looking great. Dark blue. Testimonial background, intro and email sign up background. Inside call to action. Yeah, gradient. So we use a linear gradient as the background of our button. So first of all give it a padding of 10 pixel from top and bottom, and maybe 26 pixel from left and right. Color will be white and background will be a linear gradient. Background will be a linear gradient, and we will copy these colors. First of all I will use this cyan color, and then after comma I will use this blue color. So copy this color and paste it here. Now save this one. Let's see. Now it's looking good, but we just, as you will see, as I clicked there is a default outline on our button which is not looking good. It has affecting badly the user experience of our design. So to remove this one I will use outline, width of 0, border will be none, border radius will be 24 pixel, Font weight will be 400. Now you will see it as looking good right now, but we want to give margin bottom to our this header container, which is the header section. We'll give it a margin bottom of, let's try 5 rem. I hope it will look good. So instead of, so we will also give it a padding bottom of 5 rem. Let's see, it's looking good, but we also want to increase our button size. So let's see it as a 2 rem. Now target the button. As you will see here, the button size is greater as compared to our button size, so we have to increase the padding from left and right. So go to our CSS file, top and bottom will be 10 pixel, let's give it 12, and right and left will be, let's try a bigger value. And now you will see it has changes completely. So we will add another feature will be, which will be a cursor pointer. Now you will see as we hover it has changed into a cursor. So the first part of our build has completed. In the first section we have made a logo. In the nav bar we have a logo and nav items. In the hero section we have this beautiful illustration. We have a heading which describes about our website. Then we have a paragraph and a call to action button. So now let's move to the next part of our build, which will be this section. So this section is basically features section, which tells about the features of our product that our product give. So in this section we have icons, or you can say image. Then we have a heading and a paragraph. So let's go to our HTML file and create a container which will called a features container. So under the header section we have a section which will be called a feature section, and in this section we will have, I think we will have two containers, feature item container, this one and this one, dot feature dash item. In this we have image. This image will be a access your files anywhere. So dot slash in the images folder. So here I will use this image. So let's see where is this image. Any file, this one, and the second part will be h1 tag, which will be a access your files anywhere. So we will have h1 tag, p tag. So I will copy the text for our heading, which will be access files anywhere, and paste it here. And then I will copy the text for our paragraph which describe this feature. So as you will see in the demo, we want a line break after computer and you. So after computer I will use a bear tag. and after, I think so, after computer and you. So after you, I will also use a br tag to save this file and repeat, and now copy this section and paste it in the bottom part. Now we just have to change the icons and the content, which will be this one, security icon. So let's go to our images, access anywhere, collaboration icon, this one, security icon, and the heading will be this one, security you can trust. I will copy it and paste it here. Now I will copy the text, which will be p tag. So here I will use this text and save it. So let's go to our demo, and here you will see we want a line break after R and help. So after R I will use a br tag. After help I will also use a br tag. So save this one and let's go to our file. Now you will see significant changes, but as you will see, this design is not looking great. So we have to target these containers and use a flex box to align it. So let's go to our container. We have a container of features section, copy this one and paste it here. Here we will target it, control V. Let's use a flex box, display flex, justify content will be space evenly, align items will be a center. So let's see, as you'll see it has aligned it in a beautiful direction, but we just have to change the design. So let's go to our CSS file. In the features section we have feature. Let's see what is the class name. We have a feature item, copy the class name and paste it here. I will use a curly braces and I will also use display flex. Now you will see it has aligned in the wrong direction, but we want it in a column direction. I will use flex direction column, justify content center, align items will also be a center. So now you will see these items have aligned in the center direction in the middle of our container. Now we will use a color of, let's give it a color of white, and now we have to target the heading and a paragraph. So let's target the heading in our feature item. Let's target h1 tag, not a 1, it will be a h1, and we will give it a color. We have already given it a color. We have to give it a font size of around 40 pixel, font weight of 800 pixel, margin bottom of 15 pixel, margin top of 15 pixel, not XP, it will be pixel. So let's see how it will affect. This font size is not looking good, so let's remove it and see how the design look right now. As you will see, this design is looking good, but we want our paragraph to align in the center. Now we will target our paragraph. In the feature atom we have a paragraph, and in the paragraph I will use text align, not test, it is a text align center. And now you will see a significant change. As you will see, it has changes beautifully. But this text is not changing, so let's see why. Because we have to let's copy this text and paste it in a p tag. I hope it will look good right now, as there is a bug in our HTML file. So now you will see it has effectively changes. So in the p tag, or we can say in this feature section, we want a margin bottom of around, I think, 5 RAM will look good. Let's try. Yeah, 5 RAM is looking good. Now we have to move the next part of our build, which will be this container. So as you will see, the designs of this container and this container are the same, so we just have to change the content. So let's go to our HTML file, just copy this whole section and paste it underneath, and let's just change the content. Here we want an image of real-time collaboration, so let's go to our images, where here we will find our image. Here is this one, collaboration, and now I will copy the text, which will be this one, real-time collaboration. I will change the text. Now I will change the paragraph, which will be this one. So for the paragraph, now in the demo you will see we want a line break after and attachments. So after and, I will use a br tag, and after attachments I will use a br tag, and now I will save it with the Control S. And now in the other feature item I will also change the logo, which will be image. This says store any type of file, so here I have to change this image into different store any type of file. So where is store any type of file, any file, this is here. Now I will copy the heading and paste it. Now you can pause this video and copy the text and follow this build. Now I will copy the paragraph, and now I will paste it here. Now in the demo you will see we want line break after work and file. So after work I will use a br tag, and after file I'll also use a br tag. Now save this one. So as we move Hope it will. So as you will see, without changing anything, we have gained the same design for of our upper part of our build. So as you will see, half of our work is done. We have to move the next part of our build. So let's see a demo. So as you will see, this part of the container have an image which is an illustration in the left side and a text in the right side. So let's go to our HTML file, and here you will see, now here we will create a new section and give it a class name of, let's give it a class name of maybe I will give it a class name of stay productive section. This section will be a stay dash productive dash section. The left part will be an image which will be a, I think so, let's see. So it is the illustration image. Let's see which is this image. Location, security, illustration. This will be a image in the left part, and the right part will be a container which will, we can say, text container, and in the text container we will have a h1 tag, then two paragraphs, and then a button. So for h1, the next part will be two paragraphs, and the fourth part will be a button. So heading will be this one, stay productive wherever you are. So now you will see this same, stay productive. After productive we want a line break. Stay productive wherever you are. After stay productive, we'll use a br tag. Now we'll copy the paragraph text, which will be this one will be for first paragraph, and this one will be for second paragraph. Now copy this one and paste it here. Now I will go to my demo image or demo file. So here you will see, after you we want a line break, and in the second paragraph after live I will want a line break. So in this, after you I want a line break, and here after live I want a line break. So the text for our button is this. See how fellow works. So now go to our website. Here you will see this design is not looking great, so we can make it beautiful by styling it. Now let's go to our style file, and I will copy the class name, Ctrl C, and here I will paste it, dot, then class name, and then I will use a display flex, justify content space evenly, align item center. Let's see how it will look. Now you will see it has aligned beautiful in the horizontal direction. Now we have to target our text container, and we want a color of white and space between our paragraphs, heading and button. So let's target target our text container TINER. Now we use curly braces. I will use display flex. Now you will see these items are aligned in a wrong direction. We want it in a column direction, so I will use the flex direction of column. Justify content will be a center. Align items will be a flex start. So let's see. We want the color of white. So as you will see, we uses a align items flex start because we want to align it in the same direction. As you will see, these are in a straight line. That's why we want it in a flex start. If we will use a flex align item center, then the alignment will be like this one in the center of the container. Now we will target headings and paragraphs. In the text container, we will target the heading. So heading will be let's target heading. We want a margin bottom. So let's go to CSS file. Margin bottom of 15 pixel, font weight of 800. Now text container, we will target paragraph. We want a font weight of 400 and we want a margin bottom of 15 pixel. Now you will see these have aligned beautifully. Now go to our Visual Studio Code. We just want to increase size for our heading, so let's go to CSS file. Let's try font weight of not font weight, font size of 26 pixel. Let's see how it will look. 20 pixel is looking okay. Let's increase it to 32 pixel. Now 32 pixel is looking great. Now we have to target the button. As you will see in the demo, the button is completely different and we want no background and no border. So we have to style our button. Now target the button in the text container. We have a no border. Border will be none. Background will be none. Outline width will be a 0. So here you will see it is not looking clear. We have to change the color for our button. The color for our button will be a, I think so, let's try this one, cyan. Let's give it color, COL color. How to look. Now you will see this text is looking good. We also want a border bottom of 1 pixel solid. The same color I will use and I will give it a padding bottom of 5 pixel. I will use font size of 16 pixel. Let's see how to look. Now you will see this text is looking great. So as you will see in the demo, we have to use a cursor pointer. So as we will hover it and the text will change. So let's go to our CSS file. You use a cursor of pointer, and now you will see as I will hover, it will change into a cursor pointer. Now this section is almost done, so we have to give it a margin bottom because we want a space between different sections. Give it a margin bottom of 5 frame, and now you will see it's look great. So let's move to the next part of our build, which will be this testimonial section. So in this section we have a paragraph and image, and then we have this personal info of clients. So let's go to our HTML file, and here we will create a section which will be called testimonials section. Testimonials section. In this section, first of all, we will have a container, and in this container we have a paragraph and then personal info. We will have a, I think we will call it testimonial container. We will have a paragraph, and the second part will be a personal info, and in this personal info we will have a image, and then we will have this name and the position. So as you will see, here is the name of the client and his position, which is the founder and CEO. So this is the name container. Here we have a name and his position. So first of all, I will copy the paragraph, which will be this one. Copy this and paste it here. So as we move to our demo view, you will see we want a line space after by, the, and valued. By, the, and after well oiled. Now save this one, and in the personal info we want we will go into the images section. We'll use a profile one image, and in the name container we will use any name that we want. For example, I will use it Steve Smith, founder and CEO of Adult. So as you will see, so we want same sections, same three sections with the same design. So I will copy the same section and paste it two more times. Testimonial section, which will be this in the testimonial container. I will copy this container and paste it two more times, and now I will just change the content Personal info. So the first part is different, but we have to change the content of other two parts. I think I have pasted it only two times. Testimonial section. Now paste it one more time, because here we have three sections of our so instead of changing the paragraph, we will only change the images of our clients who have written these testimonials, just to save the time of this tutorial. So let's go profile to founder and CEO of model. Now go to the third part and save and change the image to profile 3. Now I will save this one, and this container and this section we have a name it called testimonial section. Let's see. So testimonial section, copy this one and paste it. So first of all, we will see how the design is looking right now. As you will see, this design is not looking great. We want it in the vertical direction, we want it in the horizontal direction, and the flex box is the best feature of CSS that we can use for this alignment. Display flex, justify content space evenly, align items center. Let's see how to look. As you see, it has aligned beautifully, but we just want to reduce the size of these images. So let's go to our so we will copy the testimonial container. So in the testimonial container we will use flexbox, which will be display flex. What's happening here? Flex direction will be a column, justify content will be center, align items will be flex start. Now let's see. So it's not changing, particularly it's looking same. So in the personal info we will target our image. So in the personal info, let's go to CSS file. In the personal, not info, it's info, we will target our image and give it a border radius of 100 pixel. Now let's see how to look. Now we want to give it a width of around, let's give it a width of 80 pixels. How to look? This width is not looking good. Let's try 50 pixel. Now you will see 50 pixel is looking good. Now we have to change the color on the testimonial container. Let's give it a color of white. Let's see how it will affect. It has changed the color into white. Now we have to target the personal info dot personal info and use display flex. Justify content will be spaced evenly. Align items will be a center. Let's see how it will look. It's looking good, but we want to target our paragraph, which will be in a testimonial container. So in the testimonial container, target the p tag. We want a margin bottom of 15 pixel. Let's see how to look. So go to our index.html. In the testimonial container, we are targeting a p tag. So let's see in the testimonial container. Oops, I have written the wrong name here, so that's why it's not working. So in the testimonial container, save it, and now you will see a margin bottom. So the container is testimonial section. I will give it a margin bottom of 5 rem, and now we will target the personal info section. Basically we have targeted, and now we will give a margin right to our image, which will be, let's try 15 pixel. How it will look. Now it's looking beautiful right now. So as you will see in this demo, we have a background color. So first of all, we will give a height and width to our container, which will be this testimonial container. Height will be a max content, width will also be a max content. Let's try how to look. Let's give it a background color of black. We will change it later, but let's see. So we want to increase the padding of our container. Now compare these two designs. So in the upper part, so let's give a padding. Now we give, let's try top and bottom padding of 50 pixel, and left and right will be 20 pixel. Let's see how to look. As you will see, it's looking okay, but we want more padding from left and right. So from left and right, give it a padding of maybe, let's try 30 pixel. How to look. Now it's looking great. Just change the background color of our cards. So I think we will use a background color. This is a background color for our testimonials. I will copy this color and replaces the black color with this color. Now you will see this, it's looking beautiful and great. So now have a look at our design. Our design is looking awesome right now. So let's move to the next part of the build, which is this call to action container. So this container is containing heading, paragraph, and this input field and a call to action button. So we will move to the next part of the build. So this section will be called call to action dot section, in which we have a heading, a paragraph, and a container which will be a clt dash container, in which we will have input field, we want email, and then we will have a placeholder, and the bottom we will want a button. So let's copy the text for a heading. So the heading will be, I think so, let's go to the demo, get early access today. So I will copy the text, get early access today. Now copy this one and paste it here. Now the paragraph will be this one, it only takes a minute, this paragraph, and I will copy the paragraph and paste it here. Now you will see in the demo we want a line break after any. After any I want a line break, that's why I will use this beer tag. So you will see in the input field we want a placeholder of email@example.com. So our placeholder will be email@example.com. So the text for a button will be get started for free. Get started for free. So this will be text. So now we will go to our website, and now you will see this design is not looking great, it's looking quite ugly. So let's move to the next part. Basically we have to style it. Now copy the class name and go to our css file, and now here I will target this container, and I will use display flex, justify content center, align item center, color will be a white. Let's see how it will look. Now you will see it has aligned in the horizontal direction, but we want it in column direction. Flex direction will be a column. Let's see, now it's looking good. You will see the single line of code has changes the complete alignment. So in the CLT section we want to target h1 and paragraph. So in the CLT section we want to target h1, which will be, I think so, we have to give some of the same styles as we have given in the upper part of our h1, which will be this one. And for paragraph we will also give the same styles as we have given in the upper paragraph. So let's try how to look. Now save it and go to our website. Now you will see this has aligned in the left direction, in the left alignment, but we want it in the center. So you will use text align will be center, and now you will see it has changes the alignment. So we have to give a margin bottom to our section, which will be 5 frame. Margin bottom will be 5 frame. Now we have to I think we have to target our input field. Now you will see in the demo we have a background color for our call to action. Now go to our CSS. So the background color for call to action will be, I think so, this is inside call to action. So I think it will be a footer background, main background, email sign background. This color we will use. So here is our call to action section. So we will give it a width of 70% of its parent container. Now you will see it has landed in the wrong direction, or not in the wrong direction, but it has come in the left direction. So give it a background color of this one. What's happening? We have missed a colon, I think so. Now save this one. Now you will see we have a background color, but we want it in the middle direction, in the middle of the container. So for this we have to give a margin of, so let's remove margin bottom right now and give it a margin of top, and I think so top and bottom will be 5 frames, left and right will be auto. So now you will see it has come in the middle. Now you will see how easy it is to align it in the vertically, to align it in the center. So now compare it with our demo. So now you will see we want to increase the size of our container. So let's give it a height of, maybe let's try 300 pixel. How it will look? 300 pixel is looking beautiful right now. Now we have to change the style for our content input fields. So let's target the input fields. The input field is in the CLT container. So let's target this CLT container dot CLT dash container CONTINER. In this container we will, first of all, we use display flex, justify, not justify self, justify content will be center, align items will be center. Now we have to target the input field dot CLT container. We have to target the input, and we will say, first of all, we have to give it a width of, maybe let's give it a width of 250 pixel. 250 pixel is looking quite less. Let's give 350 pixel. 350 pixel is looking good. Let's give it a margin right of 15 pixel. Padding will be 12 pixel from top and bottom, and let's try 30 pixel from left and right. Border will be none, and now the border radius will be 24 pixel. Outline width will be 0. So now you will see it has it is looking beautiful. As you will see in the demo, it's looking quite the same size, not the same size, but it is looking beautiful. Now we have to target the button. Now let's go to our CSS file, and let's in the CLT container let's target button. So for button we want some of the properties same, which will be apart from margin and width. We will use the same properties, but we want a background color of blue. As you will see, here is a blue color. I will copy this one and paste it here. So now you will see this, it's looking good, but we want a color to be white. Color will be white. Font weight will be 500. Let's see how it look. Now it's looking nice. Let's change the cursor into pointer. So now you will see it has changes beautifully. So this design is looking awesome right now. So the last part of our build has remaining. So let's see what is the last part of the build. So it's a footer container in which basically we have 5 more containers, which will be this paragraph which with the location icon, and then we have a personal, maybe personal info we can see, then menu, and then a social container. So let's go to our HTML file, and here we have another section which will be called a footer section, and in this footer section we will have an image. Now let's go to our images folder, and it's a logo. And now you will see after logo we have a different container. So in this container we have 5 different items. So let's go to our index.html and give it a name of, maybe we can say, footer container dot. So let's use this section footer container, excuse me. So footer container, in footer container we have 5 different containers, which will be first of all we have a location. So let's go to HTML. Now the location, we have an image and icon of location, and after that we have a paragraph of lorem ipsum, lorem 15, and we want 3 lines. So after this I will use a line break by using br tag, and after let's use a br tag after this one, and now save it. So the first container is this one. The second container will be this, which will be a phone number and email. So we can say it a personal info container. I think it will be good name dot personal dash info dash container, in which we have which will have more containers which will contain number and our email. So let's number, we'll have an image, we'll go into the images folder, and here we will have a phone icon and a p tag. Here we have a number which will be +1 543 +1 dash 543 dash 4567. This will be a phone number. 3 we want 3 more, not letters, numbers. So let's go to the different and in the underneath we have a email container. Here we will have a image which will be an icon of email and our email. So the email will be example@philo.com. So example@philo.com. So as you will see, the second part is completed. Now we want this menu. There are two menus and a social container which contains social icons. So this is a personal info container, I think so, and in the bottom we want a menu. This will be a menu 1 which will contain, I think so, it will contain 4 parts. For about us, jobs, press, blog. I will use hash about us. Now copy this one and paste it 3 more times. Control C and Control V. So these are about us and other jobs, press, blog. Jobs, press, and blogs. So let's move to the next part of the build, which will be same. So copy this container and paste it here. So change it into menu 2, and here we want 3 items. Contact us, terms, privacy. Contact us, not contact us, terms, privacy. So now remove the last part, save it. I think we are done, but we have to create the last part, which will be a social dash container. It will contain 3 icons of the images. So first of all will be I think so, which will be a Facebook icon. So here is no Facebook icon. So I will move the in my projects, I will copy the Facebook icon. So here I have Facebook and Instagram icons. I will copy it and in my desktop I have this folder, and in the images I will paste this one. And now I also want an Twitter icon. Now I will copy this one and paste it here. So now I will move to my VS Code, and now I will target first of all the Facebook container will be icon Facebook, and then the image will be dot slash images Instagram icon, and the third image will be, I think so it will be, so first of all we have to go to the images and then we will target Twitter. So save this one. So as we move to our website, you will see it's not looking great. These are aligned in the wrong direction. So first of all, as you will see, we have a main container which is the footer section. So let's copy Control C. Let's target this footer section. We'll use display, no, not non-display, flex, justify content center, align items center, color will be a white. So let's see. Now you will see it has come in the center, but there is some mistake maybe, because we don't want to target, we, we want to target this one, footer container. So replace this class name to footer container. Let's see how it will look. Now you will see it's looking nice, but we have to give a padding, not a padding. Let's target footer section and give it a background color, footer section. Now I will go to the upper part, to the top of my file, and here I have a background color for footer. So this is a background color for footer. Now I will give it a background color and also height. This is a not, put it straight, use the background color. This one, height will be, let's try 40, viewport height. Now you will see it's looking good, but we want, as you will see, the logo is aligned at the end of the container, so we want a padding for our footer container. For top and bottom, I think 50 pixel, from left and right will be 0, not 0, let's try, what's happening, let's give 20 pixel. I hope it will look good. So it's looking good. We just have to give a padding or margin top to our logo. So we will give it a logo after some time. So first of all, the footer container will be display flex, and now we have to go to our index.html, and here we want to target our location. So copy this class name and move to our CSS file, as you will see in the demo. we want it in a horizontal direction, so we'll use display flex, justify content center, align items flex start. So let's see how to look. Now it's looking beautiful, but we have to target this our icon and give it a margin right. In location, target img, give it a margin right of 15 pixel. Let's see how to look. Now it's looking beautiful and great. So we just have to target. I hope we should give justify content to space evenly. Let's try how to look. Now you will see it's looking good and beautiful because we want a space between these containers. Now go to our index.html file and target our personal info container. We will use a flex box. So here dot this one, we'll use the display flex. So as you will see, it has a line in the wrong direction, but we want in the column direction, so we will use flex direction column, justify content center, align items will be a flex start. So let's see how to look. It's looking good, but we have to target number, which will contain a number, which is this one, number and email. So let's target number and use it display flex, justify content will be a space evenly, align items will be not flex start center. Let's see how to look. You will see it's looking good. Now we will also target email and save it. So it's not looking good. We have to target email differently or separately. So let's target email and use the same properties here. So as you will see, but we will give it a margin top of 15 pixel. Now it's looking beautiful. Now target the image in our number and email. So number, not navbar. In number we'll target img, now comma, and in the email we will also target img and give it a margin right of 15 pixel. Now you will see it will look great and beautiful. And see this style has looking just amazing. This website is looking professional, looking like some corporate world website. So let's move our index.html and we want to target menu. So for menu I will use display flex, just not flex direction will be column, justify content space evenly, align items center. So let's see how to look. Now you will see it's looking great, but we want to change the design because we don't want this default link color. So in the menu we'll target a tag, give it a text, decoration will be a none, and color will be a white. Let's see how to look. Now it's looking great. So I think in the next part we will target our, so where is our footer container? So move to our footer container. I think flex start. Let's see this. Now you will see this. These are aligned in the same direction. Previously we have a different in the alignment. So now target this social container. Dot social dash container. We will use display flex. Justify content space evenly. Align items will be a center. Now save this one. Let's see how it will look. Now in this social container, target img and give it a margin left of 15 pixel. Give it a cursor of pointer. Now save this one, and you will see it has landed. But the last part of it build is remained because we want our logo something like here, and we also reduce the size. So go to our footer section, and in the footer section I will target the image. In the footer section we will target the image and give it the width of 100 pixel. Let's see how it will look. So first of all, I think there is something wrong. Not features section, we want it in a footer section. Dot footer section, target the image, give it a width of, let's try 150 pixel. How to look? It's looking good. Let's give it a margin top of 15 pixel, and we want to give it a margin left of, I think so, give it a margin left of maybe 15 pixel. Let's see how to look. 15 pixel is not enough. Let's try 80. Let's try 90. As you see, you can try which will work best. Let's try 1, 10. So I think 100 pixel will be good. As you will see, the 100 pixel is looking good. So the project is completed. So we have completed our this awesome looking website which have almost all of the features of a successful website. First of all, here we have a nav bar, and then in the hero section we have this illustration and the heading, paragraph, and this awesome looking button. And then we have a feature section where our website is telling what our product is doing, or what are the features of our product. Now in the next section we are just explaining our product, which will contain illustration and this awesome looking text section, and the magic become here. Here you will see these are beautiful cards and the beautiful interactive design. So here is the call to action section, which also have a card like design, which is looking beautiful and awesome. And the last part is the footer, which we have created with the flexbox. So
this is the website that we have built. So please subscribe to my channel, because in the future I will upload more videos about the similar websites, similar projects like this one. And I will also move towards JavaScript projects, which I will upload. Maybe I think I will upload 15 to 20 projects daily. I will upload one project. So you should subscribe to this channel, because you are going to get a lot of value from this channel. So I hope you are doing well. So have a nice day, because this is the end of the tutorial.